He was older than me. He took advantage of me. He made me do things that I never thought I would ever do.
It's called sextortion, and it's a growing crime. Tonight, one victim shares her story with WNCN as the FBI launches a nationwide search for hundreds of victims.
The FBI is looking for teens who were victims of sexual blackmail online in a sextortion case. Agents arrested 31-year-old Lucas Chancellor back in 2010. He's now serving a 105-year sentence. The FBI has identified 109 victims out of a possible 350 girls. Here's WNCN's Jonathan Rodriguez.
He was older than me. He took advantage of me. He made me do things that I never thought I would ever do.
What these kids are doing online, they would never do in person.
He could have done anything he wanted to do because he had my life in all his hands.
They don't feel they have any way out.
It's a crime that's growing as fast as social media, and Assistant U.S. Attorney Sherry Zach has seen plenty of it.
The relaxed impression that the youth have about posting things online, they make themselves vulnerable.
It's called sextortion, online predators targeting and exploiting children. They befriend kids online, coerce them into sending nude pictures, then turn those pictures into emotional blackmail.
It's not just I'm sending it out there to embarrass you or to tarnish your reputation. It's if you don't do X, your boss may see them, your colleagues may see them. I'm going to send them to your mother, to your church.
And if you're thinking there's no way this could happen to my child, meet this young lady from our state.
I knew that what I was doing wasn't okay, but at the same time, how he made it seem to me, I thought it was okay.
She was just 13 years old at the time when a friend gave her phone number to then 27-year-old Jorge Juan Perez.
He was charming at first, telling me, complimenting me and stuff like that, and I just was under the impression that he really loved me and cared about me.
For Perez, it was just a game, and eventually he convinced her to send pictures she would come to regret. That's when the charm wore off.
He got more of aggressive, saying you better send me these pictures, you have to send it to me. He was making me feel like he controlled me.
There was no doubt that he had a sexual interest in children and he was looking to pursue that.
He would tell me to touch myself and send photos to him and stuff like that, and I always told him no, that I wasn't comfortable.
Then came the sextortion.
Send me some more pictures or I'm gonna post it. And he kept threatening me over and over, send pictures, and I kept saying no. So then from there I knew that he was willing to come to North Carolina to find me.
When the images are not enough, then they want to meet, and then they say, if you don't meet me, I'll post these images. You know, it can go to any extreme you want to take it to.
For some, it can go on for years, but luckily Mom happened to catch a text message.
My mother jumped in. I'm happy that she did because he probably wouldn't be in jail if it wasn't for my mother.
Thanks to an undercover investigation by local police and the FBI, Perez was arrested in Texas. It turns out he had multiple victims. He was sentenced to 24 years in federal prison.
I'll ask him why. Why did he target all these young ladies and mess up their life? Because that's what he did.
So what are the signs?
They look for the children that are missing something. Typically a lonely child, a child that's having trouble in school or having boyfriend trouble.
It's a lesson this young lady learned the hard way and now can only bring herself to talk about it to warn others.
It's not the right thing to do. You gotta stay true to yourself as a young lady and be that person that say no and mean no.
You need to know what your children are doing. There's basic things you can do to help minimize the time your child could be online with a perpetrator that you wouldn't be aware of.
And if you don't hear it from her, hear it from a victim whose single picture turned her childhood innocence upside down.
Your mother and your father know how to love you. Don't let someone older than you take advantage of you because it's not the right love for you.
And that was Jonathan Rodriguez reporting. The FBI says a key is parents have to know what their kids are doing online and on their phones. Here are some tips they offer. Keep computers in common areas of the house, like the kitchen or living room. Be careful about letting kids have phones and tablets in their rooms at night. And talk to your children. Let them know never to send compromising pictures to anyone, but also that they can talk to you if they're ever in a situation that they need some help. We have much more information on our website as well as how to report possible sextortion cases. Just go to WNCN.com.